Okay, good to see you all. I know more people will watch the recording later. So this is our April meeting. As usual, I go through our objectives and our principles for people who haven't attended one of our meetings before. The agenda for today is a welcome address, which is me now, and I'm very quick about this. And our speaker is Prasath Balanathan, CEO of Royal Flour Mills, who's based in the Achcheveli Industrial Park. And I think that will be interesting for us for a number of reasons, because the Achcheveli Industrial Park has been in operation for many years, but only has a small number of businesses running on it. And Prasath will be able to give us some insights. Can I ask everybody to mute themselves, apart from Prasath, obviously? So first, our objective is the club will facilitate, foster and support social intercourse and fellowship among its members. It will build a network of members and non-members that can work together to promote the economic development of the Northern. Club is a catalyst that helps people like us connect with each other and help people like us connect with Northern entrepreneurs and business owners. And the reason I say it's a catalyst is a club doesn't itself get involved in any businesses. It doesn't do any fundraising. Individual members can get together and do that kind of thing, but the club. The speakers since our first meeting in September 2020 have included many of the real entrepreneurs, all of whom have worked and built businesses, provided employment, brought profits into the Northern Province. So I will slowly leaf through this so you can see, and people watching the recording can see who we've had. Now, I will distribute the recording. If you want to watch this slower, then you will get a chance. We've had senior partners, we've had CEOs, CFOs, COOs, directors. Okay, so now we can get to the main business with Prasath Balanathan. So Prasath, if you'd like to take over.
Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. Greetings from Royal Flour Mills Private Limited. First of all, I would like to thank to Mr. Jaffna to inviting this type of Jaffna Club for forum. Because why? We are the entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka, especially from North. We have come across this type of engagement, right, from as a commercial scale from the beginning itself, without any pillars supports. And this type of Mr. Jahan's initiations, so lead like the entrepreneur like me, it's very helpful to share our experience and our expectations, and it will be help our flour mills and feed mills to put up into the next level. So I would like to thank Mr. Jahan to organize the event like the great things. So as a director of Royal Flour Mills Private Limited, I just want to introduce myself. I am Dr. Prasath. Actually, I'm a holder of PhD in Doctorate in Business Administration, as well as I had a hands-on experience in banking and finance. Previously, when I started this institution, I was attached to the bank just over 15 years in commercial bank of Ceylon PLC as an executive level. And thereafter, I took Pan-Asia Banking Corporations in Northern Province as a senior level management to took over the next level in the branches in Northern. So I succeed everything. So this experience towards the banking and finance, it's thank you. It's a great pleasure to share these photos. So I welcome Mr. Jahan on the day to visit my factory to see our project and innovations what we done. So I will start with because my experience in the banking, it's teaching a lot to start up this business. I gain a lot from the banking. So how we grow the business and moreover, how we became a professionally and financially it's a perfect person. You know, most of the people are taking advance, they don't pay anything. But the lesson, what I learned from the banking, it's guided me how to do the business, how to do my progress, how to manage my staff, everything in order. You know, the Royal Flamings Private Limited, we are engaged in animal feed manufacturing in Jaffna. Our factory is located industrial estate Achcheveli. We are manufacturing all kinds of animal feeds. Right? So we are approved animal feed by Department of Animal Production and Health, and we supply all over in Sri Lanka. We have a distribution centers, we have agents, we have distributors in all part of Sri Lanka. So you all are confused that why I am keeping the name as flour mills, right? So actually, my initial intention was to uh, starting my business from the flour mill because in Sri Lanka there was two in industries in called Prima and the Serenity Flour Mills. They are monopoly. They are playing monopoly game in the flour mill industry. So such the way that I have decided to start my industry in a flour mill, but unfortunately the infrastructure towards in northern province, the harbor and the supporting lines, everything is not well to accommodate the industry. So thereafter I go for a second project like animal feed industry. So you know, beginning as I am move out from the bank, so just I think about whether I can take over this. But I have take a challenge. So I wanted to take over this business because we are 100% attached to the farmers and agriculture based province. And you know, the people are suffering to get the daily income. And the corporate companies from Colombo, they are capture the market. Whatever that we earn, it's go to Colombo side. Right? So these are the things which initiated me to convert this industry. But anyway, so I was started this industry with a small homemade machine, right? So actually, it was a very hands-on experience. So initially, I don't know how to do certain things. So the handmade machine we made it for 300,000 rupees. So just we mix up by hand, and we myself and one of the guy, only two employees in the industry, and we put it into the palletizer. It was a small palletizer. This is the picture called. It's a commercialized palletizer. It's a capacity of 10 ton per hour. So why I'm telling it's a small machine. This is very homemade small machine. So we are mix it in our hand, we are put it in the palletizer manually, and we are take it out, and we are moisture has been reduced from the sunlight. Then we are packaging and we are put it in the shops. So even a day we work it for a full time of 10 hours. Even we can make it 1,000 kilograms per day. So, but anyhow, it was a great experience and great lessons. How we overcome the product quality, how we overcome customer expectations, and how we overcome in the corporate demands. So I got a best lessons and experience throughout the small industrial manufacturing. So now I would say uh, we are a leading animal feed manufacturers in Sri Lanka, and almost in northern province we serve well, and in the northern market we captured around more than 60-70 percentage. And the farmers from outside in Sri Lanka, from Matale, Ambevala, and distributors from Kurunagala, Colombo, Batiklo, Trinco, everywhere our product is gone. And we have kept a small margin, and our turnover is very high. So the quality we maintain well, right? Everywhere's market is good, demand is good. Now our daily production capacity was exceeded around 20-25 metric ton. Depends on the month basis. Actually, you know that sometimes we have an off peak, sometimes we have a peak time. Uh, for the rainy season, we are always in an off peak time. But anyhow, we had done around 50-60 metric ton, even cover up for those months. Other than that, the peak time, like one of madam says, it was very heat, and how can you manage it? So, but anyhow, the heat time is our peak time. So we have a lot of business in that time because there is no grass rooted and there is no facility for natural outcomes. So our demand was very high. So normally we done it around 150, 200, 250 metric tons per month. So thereafter, this is our growing part from the handmade business on throughout. We done a commercialized manufacturing in palletizing system. And the happiest news was, so I have learned a lot before I'm starting the industry. And I went to China and I studied, right, about how the machines done and how the work process, how the machining process are being done. So I have studied the machinery structure. No one is believing, right? Because except of this commercialized palletizer and the automatic packing machines, other packing lines, other machinery lines, all are designed by me, right? It was a great honored to employees who work under me, because why? If I need to import and machineries complete set like this, so it will be cost around more than 100 million. But I have finished it off this type of designs and machineries and structural flow arrangement, everything only within the 35 million. So it was a great chance for our employees, our skilled workers. I give a good chance to learn the machineries productions and how the process will going on, everything. So you know that we are almost past 5 years, 4 years plus. So machineries are well perfect. You know, if I imported the machineries, I might see we have go through the mechanical issues more than 10, 20 times even after 2 years time. So now we have a small mechanical adjustment we are done. Other than that, we are not go for any major issues, because why? This is truly Sri Lankan made, Jaffna people made machineries. Um great, great capacities. And you know that my another success is the staff strength. So everyone's know if it is a factories, if it is a commercial thing. So we basically know our employees are highly skilled. Those are graduates. Those are master degree holders, and those are experienced guys. You know that. So people who are working under me, they are finding jobs for more than a 5-10 years, and those are comes from war victims. Those are what we call the handicaps. Some people are handicaps, right? Some people are not fit for human way to work daily. So I give the opportunity to them, right? So my production manager, I think Mr. Jahan show the photo. There's a gentleman is there. My production manager, he's from Palai. He's a war victim guy. Even he doesn't go for a education and qualification, right? Even a grade 1 or 2, 3 years, I'm not aware that whether he has done it, but he's lead the entity in a great way, right? Now he in the position to advise me how to do the production, right? So the employees who are married, no work, there is no opportunities for getting salaries, and handicaps, and medically unfit people. Those people are working under me because I help a lot for the people in North, and especially in Jaffna and surrounding areas. I give the employment opportunity to them, work under me, and getting their salaries, and I help them to get their work with life, daily life standard to upgrade. So thank God to give this opportunity, because why? If I be as a backer, I just serve to corporate guys. So if I having my own entity, so I serving my people, right? Um, unemployees are there, and youngest people who are unemployed, and they have done A levels, searching job because they don't have a sufficient qualification basically. So I call them, train them, educate them, and I'm also the best trainer, right? So we have everything. We have a talent to go up our people. So very young chaps are work under me as a marketing guys, area managers, and HR team. Everyone is there in my institution, my company. All workflow are working. In the production category, if you go for it, there was a production manager, production supervisor, and production assistants, and labor assistants. Everywhere, every hierarchy is there. In the administration level, it comes under me as a director, and there was the finance managers, HR managers, area managers for the sales team, marketing executive, everywhere there. So we work as a team, one team called Royal Flammies, right? Royal teams. Handover. So you know that everyone is surprised. We got a best industry 2022 for a milk-based support industry, awarded by I think if I can share it my website. So because unfortunately the host only can share it. You can see the photos, right? Better you can see. This is my office. I am here in the office to have a presentation. So see this. These are the great achievements, right? So 2022, we are the best industries for the milk-based product. You can see that time President and the Industrial Ministry is there 2022. These are the awarding done by the Director General of IDB. And we are the so far we are best fit for all the approval. This is the labor things, labor. We have the approved labor contracts, labor approvals, and this is the award that we get it from the best industry, and the certifications and our approvals, everything is there because we are working towards best success. So because I came to my office to have a presentation, because you can see a lot of things. It's a best initiation because why that when I was start the industry, there was no support in USAID also, because in the industrial zone everyone getting the USAID support. Even for the 100 million they are getting, but when I was entered in the industry, USAID was moved out from the country, and support is there, but 100% of banking funded commercialized factory that I am running currently. And so why the basis of the factory why I'm starting is to serve our people in North. The company is directly handled Northern province, because why? I don't want to give any distribution chip because the people have been already affected by the war, and they are very struggling to get a single sense of income from day by day basis, and all the resources are going from North. Finally, our people are struggling to manage their living style. So I just plan to have my own vehicle, and I put it into the drivers, and even for the whatever they want in a single bag itself, uh, for the Mullaitiyu district, if I plan for the sales on that area, even a one bag, we are delivered in the doorstep. Right? We know how the people are struggling here because transport and fuel cost and everywhere is the problem. So I have a best fit way that I have served our people to upgrade their lifestyle. And all the other products are selling around per kg 150 rupees, but I am selling at the rate of 100. So the meantime, I'm getting a small profit, doesn't matter, but turnover is high. I can manage it. And also our people also get benefited. Right? So even so some social service, if the people need of feeds, and free issue I have done, depends on the evaluation of the family histories and all. So once they upgrade their living standard, we'll go for the bill to bill system. And the another success is the composition. The product composition is made by me because I'm a animal nutrition specialist, right? So once I comes into the commercialized section, so I need to fulfill everything, right? So that's what I complete my doctorate in business administration as well as animal nutrition's professional levels. And I'm the temporary lecturer of animal production and health unit for the Vayamba University as well. So I'm the evaluator of Vayamba University. And really, it was started with the industry small scale, and now we have been started up to very big factory scale. So very fully automated factory that I have now. We fully pledged with automated system and very pledged and comfortable office system that we provided to the staff members. And Mr. Jahan, if they would like to see my factory, I can show them if you allow.
Well, shall we first take questions? I don't know whether we'll have time for the tour, but if we have questions, otherwise, yes, it would be nice for you to quickly take us around.
And Mr. Jahan, some more things that I have to discuss, Mr. Jahan, because I just Sri Lanka now facing a big problem for scarcity, low supply of eggs, right? So the price of eggs, but the government is put the price level as 44 rupees. It's a maximum MRP, but we couldn't eggs like 44 rupees in all in Sri Lanka or any other market. So it will be selling price around 60 rupees, right? So I have another project because everyone say the feed price is high to establish a farm. So now I am saying, right, we have our own feeds, right? We are manufacturing all kind of feeds like dairy special cattle feed, calf starter, multi-purpose feed, and for layer feed, we have a grower starter layer feed, and broiler feeds we have all range booster, starter, finisher. We have a pig feed that was only issued to the only registered farms. It was high expensive feed. Everything is there. So I have put a small idea about for an investment. So it's a layer farm I would like to start. It's a starting because I have a suitable manpower I have, and I have a knowledge based system, and I have a capable and best fitted feed I have. It's my own feed. So I don't bother about to serve the eggs at the rate of 40 rupees. Because why? Already I have made a, small calculation. For an egg, I can sell it in the market 35 rupees or 38 rupees, lesser than the government put the MRP, right? So this is another initiation, Mr. Jahan. So most probably within 3 months, 2 months itself, I would like to start for another layer farm. And also our cattle feed, our last year manufacturing around 1,500 metric tons, right? Last year we go for 1,500 plus metric tons. this year also we have to move forward above this quantity for the cattle feed. And last year we done around 75 metric ton of chick feeds, all kinds. Because why the quantity was little low. That day we are facing a lot of issue to get the material, raw materials for chick feed. But cattle feed, of course, we are never fail about the raw material because it's 100% success market. The raw material was locally collected. We encourage our local farmers, entrepreneurs everywhere in northern province. First priority. If not, we are move forward for another area like Polonnaruwa, Radhapura, Batikalo, Trinco, those areas. So we go for, I have arranged my vehicle to serve our local small entrepreneurs who are oil extractors and those who are black gram producers and sesame seeds producers. We went there, we fix it the best price than the market, wholesale market. We buy it and use it for our feed, and we help our local market, local entrepreneurs, and we encourage them to the local productions, and moreover, the employment opportunity that we created. And test feed, we done lots success quantity of cattle feed, and this year we will succeed our layer feed as well. And this initiation, I'm going to step forward for a layer farm. So I'm looking for a support of few like gentlemen to have a look forward to your investments if you really like it. And you know, uh, the bank rate currently in Sri Lanka, it was hit up to for 35-40%. So, earlier I was took that once at the rate of 4-5%, and it's good for us, right? Because we can serve the money to serve the people. Now we are serve the money to the corporates, banks. So whatever that we paid after we gain is less, gentlemen, right? So just I'm looking for a investors to my business to invest. I want to remove my financial obligations from the bank because the rates are very high, and whatever that we earn, it's go to the bank. So the investments are coming into me, so I can settle the bank facilities, freehold liabilities without. We can run our institutions. We can gain more profit than previous years. And for a proposed layer farm also getting a good expectation from the market. That lot of elders homes, there are children's homes, they are struggle to get the 3 time meals even for a healthy meals, right? So if I'm starting for the layer farms, I can serve them because business is something, and serve the society is very good because I'm always expecting business like blessing, right? We should have a business with a blessing. It will be help me to grow further, right? So I am looking for investors for my business, gentlemen, because you are a people from abroad in Sri Lanka, maybe. So we serve. I'm serving our people, right? So because I'm still the valid reason that why I'm looking for investment for my existing business to remove the bank facilities because I'm paying a high interest. So throughout, I can save money to serve the people as well as if you are becoming investors in the business as well as in the proposed layer farms also. And
Okay,
an investor, sorry, Mr.
sorry,
Johan.
thanks, Prasad. Now, shall we take a couple of questions? Now, Kurt has his hand up. He seems to have
Yeah.
dropped out. So I think he'll come back.
Okay.
Does anyone have questions?
Of course, you can go ahead. Yeah. Any questions? Please ask me. I will give a clarification.
Yeah, Jagan, this is Vasi. Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, please ask me. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Balanathan, first I would like to congratulate you for the wonderful job you're doing. We are very proud of what you're doing now. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So my question is in terms of, I understand you're working in the northern province. You're also doing beyond the northern province. In terms of the egg consumption in the northern province, my question is, what is the per capita consumption per day of eggs in the northern province, and how that can be improved. Do you have any thoughts on that, please?
So actually, sir, you know that I'm just proposing for the egg production investment, industry. Actually, the per capita consumption, at least we should have. You know that I have two kids, right? So we are giving per day one egg, at least per day one egg, right? So that is the regulation.
Sorry.
Right? So per day one. For in northern province, according to the numbers, right? So if we have a 6
Population,
million
is it?
people population itself, at least for a 50% of consumption minimum that we need for the I'm just considering for the individual wise, not for the corporates. If we go through for the hotels and retail places and wholesalers, so it will be times. I think it will be 10 times of the requirement, right? You know, for a corporate hotels, they need I have get the details about 5 corporate hotels in Jaffna. The daily consumption is around 5,000 to 7,500 eggs they want, right? So daily for another small hotel, their consumption they are taking around 2,000 to 3,000, right? And you see the population in north and kids in the north, right? Everyone need it. Is that it's okay for you, Siddhanta?
I think that the population in the north is about 1.2 million. And in the Jaffna Peninsula, half of that is in the Jaffna Peninsula.
Of course. Yeah.
600.
Because even we need 5 times of that.
Yeah. Kurt, you had your hand up for a while.
Yeah, I have a few questions.
Please.
Yeah. Prasath, I know he has got all the business acumen and the knowledge about animal nutrition. Because I grew up in Sri Lanka, and when I have mentioned it to you that we had a chicken farm and growing, and people used to make their own chicken feed. We had to go and get different ingredients like desiccated coconut, milk powder, and this and that, and make it at home. And my question is, I know I do believe in division of labor and mass production, and the cost should come down. And my question to Prasath is, why do you have to buy from you? One question. And the next question is, where are you competitive enough to buy your ingredients locally, or are you buying it from overseas?
Come.
And the last question is, and you mentioned that you're looking for shareholders or investors, and just to let us know what you're offering and what's the business plan.
Okay. The first question I will give the great answer, because I'm also growing with a very historical way. We have 2 chicks in our home, right? So whatever the home waste, we are putting it in the chicks. Am I correct, sir? Right?
Yeah.
It will be given at least for 2 chicks. It will be 2 eggs per day, right? This is the homemade farming. Now it will be come to the what we call it's like commercialized. Now you know all the generations. It's a high tech generations. You know we also trying for the country chicks, but if we give a homemade mixed composition of feed, the output of eggs not enough to cater our expectation. And because why? The cost of the materials are very high. If you take a coconut, it's not less than 100 rupees. For maize, it's around 140 rupees. If you go for any other black grams or green gram, it's 200, 300 rupees, right? So if the people are away from making a homemade, because because they are trying to make it in the commercialized system. And also once we start the commercialized production, the cost will come down, and we can make the composition according to the customer's requirement as well as for a costing, right? Earlier we never heard about lysines, premix, vitamins, yeast, and toxin binders and all. We never heard about those things. Now these materials are very important for the layers and the broilers, right? So because that is, I think this is a good for your first answer. Everywhere, even for a home farmers buying outside from the feed, and they are giving, because of the outcomes of the feed what they buying from the outside the shops, it's best fit for them than the homemade feeding system, right? And your second question is why you are uh, importing materials, right? So, sir, because as I told clearly, for the cattle feed, we don't have such issues. Even for the lockdown time and economical crisis time, we serve the people perfectly, right? So, as usual, we have a normal production 150 ton per month, a metric ton. If the lockdown time, we serve around 250, 300 metric tons. Why? The material for belongs to the cattle feed, we engage with the local purchase, not for import. But if you take a concern about for chick feed, I think most of the material we are dependent on international market, like meat and bean meal. It carries over 56% of protein. Soya bean meal, because our local soya bean meal price is high. So if you go for the USA, it's 400 plus. If you go for the Indian soya bean meal, it's 300 rupees, right? So that's what we are depending import material because of the pricing. And the premix, lysines, toxin binders, there is no such manufacturers in Sri Lanka. We are importing. Even if you go for a manufacturing, the cost will become up, right? Definitely, the cost will become up. But the importation product, if you consider, the cost is less. So, because I know the Sri Lankan market for a poultry, we are depending importation by around 60 to 70%. And your third question is the investment you are looking for. Actually, sir, now my total commercial factory worth around more than 700 million Sri Lankan rupees. I have that the beginning I have invested around 300 million less from the banking facility itself, and now the assets values are so 4 times, 3 times it will be up. So the value is good. And I have a total banking facility. I only would like to settle my banking facility to bank with commercial and this one bankruptcy loan. It's around 10 to 12 million, 100 to 150 million is the outstanding. If I settle it, that money will be served, right? So I'm looking for an investor. I'm not looking for one single person to invest for that much of large amount in US dollars or Sri Lankan rupee. I'm looking for a multiple small investors. So because they also getting benefited, and I'm not give burden to the one person. So if multiple investors like $50,000 by 10 people or that anything, I'm really appreciate to invest to my institution to get a well returns. And if you want to pay a return in Sri Lankan rupee, I can pay it. If you want, I have a special design account in bankruptcy loan. If your investment I have received, that your investment return will be paying in foreign currency also. I'm eligible to pay, right? So the minimum investment I am looking for $250,000, and the maximum investment would be it's around 600,000. I'm not looking for a single person to invest. If you can, definitely I welcome that investment. If multiple investment also, I really welcome. Thank you so much
Prasath,
for your question.
sorry, Prasath, the investment,
Yeah.
would that be an equity investment or would that be a loan? How would that work?
Yes, I'm looking for an equity investment. So because based on the investment, if the investor is looking for a foreign currency return, so the interest rate I will be disclosed to you depend on the returns. And if the investor we are looking for a LKR returns, I will be pay more than that based on my profit. So it will be minimum of 10%. They should be.
Okay. So Prasath, you said that you're currently producing 20 tons a day.
Sorry, I
1,000
can't hear
kilograms.
you properly.
Sorry, Prasath, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So you said that you're producing 20,000 kilograms per day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is your target for 3 years, or in 1 year? In 1 year's time?
Actually, so my target would be I need to be actually I don't want to go for 1,000 to 2,000 metric ton. At least for a 500 metric tons, we need to make it, right? So first we have done one export order to the Qatar. That time our dollar rate was best, and the Qatar Ilmara dairies we done it. After that the dollar rate come up, so we couldn't make the pricing, right? So including the export market, if it is export market is comes or no, doesn't matter. The local production should be reached into minimum of 300, maximum of 500 metric ton should be reached. This both included cattle and chicks.
So 500 metric tons per day, or how's that? 500 metric tons per month, or what?
Yeah, 500 metric ton per month.
Per month.
Yeah. That should be, because why? That's more than enough for me to manage my break even, right? So because my production capacity daily it should be 10 to 20 metric ton. We can adjust it in the machinery, right? So sometimes it may be peak, sometimes it may be off peak, right? So for the rainy season from October to January, February, we are working with the off peak period, and March itself to September, October, we are working with the peak period, right? So depends on the peak time. We made it around best sales around 200, 150, 200 metric ton up to it will goes, and off peak time we'll have a problem because rainy season the grasses are available. People are very intelligent. They are reduced our feeding system and they are using for the grasses, and for the paddy cultivation also that time also that we have a off peak time, so we can balance it. Now we are simply go more than 200 metric ton now we are producing, and I'm looking forward to meet 500 metric ton. That will be definitely we will meet it.
Yes.
Any questions, Mr. Jahan? I think the previous questions made by one gentleman, I think is got that information. Anything correction if you need, I can.
Mr. Balanathan, Jagan, can I ask him a very brief question to Mr. Balanathan, please?
Please.
Of course, yeah, please.
Now, do you have any plans to go into the stock exchange to raise your balance money or not in the immediate?
No, sir, no.
short
So
term?
far, no, sir. So far, no. Because why? Actually, this company is initiated by me with very hardworking. Myself and my wife are the directors of this company. I'm a doctorate guy with a double degree in banking with a chartered banker's qualification. And my wife is a psychology and psychologist qualification, the great lady. And I think so far we would work with both of our directorship to lead the business. So if you want to go for a stock exchange, I think it will be take time. That we're looking for another 5 to 10 years time later.
Vince, you put a question on the chat. You want to ask it directly, Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rate of return on basically on your investment.
So for a LKR, right? If it is a LKR investment, that depends on the amount. I would say that minimum that you can able to get it minimum of 10% return. If it is a foreign currency return, if you are really expected, that will be we can negotiate it based on 8 to more than that is base rate should be 8, and more than that depends on the amount we can make it. But I can assure you will get only the profit return, because why? I'm not dependent on to this business. This also the high profit making business. Everyone is having a doubt about this. Supposed to be this business getting lost, my investment getting lost. So don't worry about that. I have another trading businesses like salt, canned fishes, and animal medicine. We have everything is we have. So because we have cover up business, but anyway, I just assure you will get a profit return only. So there is no word called losses, right? So the minimum I can assure you are the 10%.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I had a question. Just in terms of the customers that buy your feed, like what is their business typically? Like looking at your largest customers, what is their core business?
Yes. What's your good name?
Naveen or Daniel.
Naveen.
Yeah.
Mr. Naveen. Mr. Naveen. Actually, my beginning lesson was I never depend for the bulk buyers, right? I just train my staff. You find a retail customer, because why? The retail customer is stay with us until our business is end. If it is a bulk customer, they always looking for a profit, right? So if we have a one bag customer, retail customer, I always instruct my team to cover up that gentleman first. Thereafter, the first bag of sales will lead you for another 5 bags next time, right? If you're looking for a 5 bulk customers, like 100 bag each, right? Sometimes may looking for a price reduction. No, they are looking for a big margin, and that effect for the low profits, and more demanded. They're asking credit also, right? So 20 days, 25 days. Just I'm always looking for a credit retail selling, but so far I'm never rejected for the wholesalers. Second priority for the wholesalers, right? So that is the real success of our business, because of my retail sales is very high. Once the people are go for a sales, we have made it on 100 to 150 bills per day, right? So if go for other companies like because Prima and all, they have made it around 5 bills, 10 bills per day. But our success is retail market. You got the point, Mr. Naveen?
Yeah, so these smaller, like, what are these people doing? They have like 20 chickens in their house, and they
No, Naveen,
grow
because they
chickens,
have
or-
because our people, most of the 90% farmers, each house they have around 5 to 10 cows, dairy cows, right? So they are well happy, Mr. Naveen. We are doing the sales in their doorsteps, right? Except to go for a shops, right? So because why? If they go for a shops, additional expenses is incurred, fuel, transport, carrying charges, everything. Right? So every person having a dairy cows. Every person having at least for a 5 to 10 chicks in a house. They are utilizing. They are happy, right? So even though we have a better margin, Mr. Naveen, in the retail sales. If the wholesalers we are giving 2,500 rupees for 25 kg bag, for the retailers we are keeping additional 50 to 100 rupees for the retail customers.
and they'll buy your product because it's cheaper than arranging any other alternative feed.
Actually, I can't say it's a cheaper. That maybe carried another meaning. It's the quality. It's low. But the service what we offer, Mr. Naveen, is good. They are really appreciated, because those steps we are given even for a one bag, as I told earlier, right? And the pricing is good, right? And the relationship that we have with the retailers, and the what we call our vehicle will be turned around weekly twice, right? So we are not burdened to them to purchase the 10 bags, 20 bags a week, right? Even they are purchasing our 2 bags, next week we can deliver another 2 bags.
Gotcha. With the recent economic issues in Sri Lanka, though, the inflationary environment, cost of capital going much higher, like, doesn't that affect the retail customer? Like, don't they become more careful with their spending?
No, Mr. Naveen, it's really affect their per capita income, right? The price of feed is up, and the price the milk the corporates is given is not given much good price, right? So definitely they have a problem about the purchasing of materials, and now they are in the struggle to manage their meal or their animal meal. But anyhow, most of the people are running towards their life based on their agriculture, farming, and dairies and chick farm basis. So throughout they are generating their income, right? So anyhow, our people is managing because we already manage a lot of issues, right? War and queue. We are managing our meals through lines, queues, and we couldn't move to Colombo. We have to get past everything. But this is simple, I mean, because if we compare to the struggle what we faced for the last 10 years, but this is simple because already we face and enjoy everything in the during the war situation. Now our people always step forward. Don't worry.
But you have seen it has impacted your sales. Or
Yeah,
not really? Yeah.
no, really we have impact. We have facing a lot of impact in Navin for the economic crisis. You know, suddenly the prices are come up. You know, 3 times, 4 times the material prices are. But what would we do because the market is request our product, the prices are come up, material prices up. You know, we manage the production, manage the price, so manage the economic situations, everything. So we are running, we succeed everything. But finally, what I already told you, no, we are done a blessed business, right? If we have a good blessing, we have succeed everything.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Naveen.
All right, we're nearly at 6 o'clock in Sri Lanka. If there are some final questions.
Anyone would like to ask questions? Just raise me.
So when I
hello.
circulate,
Sorry.
sorry,
I
Daniel.
am Jaffna Balan.
Hi, sir.
Yes, please.
I am Jaffna Balan. I am a retired bank manager. Actually,
Okay.
I am not asking any question. Actually, I have to thank you and I appreciate your service and for this northern development, northern economical development. You are contributing a very good portion. Therefore, I have to thank you and I appreciate you. As well as I have to thank Mr. Jagan also because by contacting, I am a new entrant to this Jaffna club from today. That is why I am also one of the director of the NIFCO, means Northern Investment and Financial Consulting Organization. That is the managing director was one of the commercial bank regional manager, Mr. SP Rajivan.
Yeah.
Rajivan. I think you may know. Yes, he is one of
I
the
work with him.
president,
I
and
work with
I
him.
am also
Yes.
one of the director of this camp. We are also
Yeah.
you was it. Yes, we are working for the northern development. Actually, northern development. We are working
Okay.
for that, and we are just only 2 or 3 years old started the company. Actually, we are searching for like a person like you for the
Thank you, sir.
economical development. You are contributing a good portion. That. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Prasath
Great pleasure, sir.
Balanathan.
Great pleasure for your comment. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yes, yes. I will meet you again also.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
I am
Mr.
in
Jagan.
Australia. Now I am in
Oh,
Australia,
very
and
good.
when I come to
Thank
1
you,
month,
sir.
I will be there.
Thank you, sir.
Then I will meet Mr. Jagan also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jahan will share my email address and my contact
Yes,
details,
yes.
everything. You can feel
Okay,
free and
we will
contact.
contact. We will contact.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Great pleasure.
Thank you.
I'll certainly do that. What I'll do after this meeting, I will circulate the recording. Now, there are a few new faces here. If you'd like to be invited directly to future Jaffna Club meetings, this is every month, last Sunday of the month, then please send via Facebook to me or by any route you can your email address, and I will add you to the list. I will circulate the recording, and I will give you Prasath's contact details as well. So if anyone has any other business, then I will allow you to head off to your breakfast, your lunch, your tea, Kurt, well-deserved rest. So thank you very much
Because
for joining.
actually, we don't need anything else from you, sir. It was a great initiation. It was a blessed initiation. You know, entrepreneurs like me, this is a great forum to share our thoughts and our expectation, our needs, right? You know, from this forum, I might getting a best investors, best supportive guys, best advisors, everything. So it was a great thing that you are done on behalf of the northern people, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. And I will now close this meeting. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Thanks a
Bye.
lot.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Bye.
Okay.